my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. I know, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I've offended you with my terrible singing voice. You know, because that's my singing voice. Today, I thought we would do something a little bit different than what I normally do. I did a poll. I didn't keep it up for very long because I knew the kids were going to go to bed soon. And it just hit me like, let me do a poll, you know? And then, sure enough, they are sleeping officially as of 5 minutes ago. So I've got 2 hours to fuck around. Now, the poll was like, did you want me to do like makeup and talk like I normally do? Or do you want me to go live and do ASMR? Or did you want me to talk about people in the community? And of course, everyone chose people in the community. So, I'm kind of curious as to what y'all have been watching. I'm going to share a little bit of what I have been watching. Great, because you have 2 hours before you have to go to work. Well, fucking A, Slim Stacy. What the fuck? How cool is that? I probably won't be on here for 2 hours. It's hard for me to be on here for more than an hour. If you know me. That's just the way it is. So, I'm kind of like catching up on some stuff. As I said, I've been away on vacation. And I mean, mom life, you don't really have a lot of time to like watch everyone's streams all the time and be caught up on everything and all that jazz. So I don't get to like watch everything that I want to watch, but for the most part, I don't really watch a lot of drama. That's just been me basically my entire YouTube career. I call it a career. It's not really a career. It's kind of like a hobby. I tend not to watch a lot of drama, but what I have been watching, well, I'm going to talk about a couple things, okay? Starting with the most pressing one. Well, maybe I should save that for later. No, I'm going to start with that. The most pressing one, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Abadabs and Just Ann. Just Ann has been a friend of mine since I started YouTube. Like, since I started creating videos on YouTube. And she's always been a very, like, positive, uplifting person, you know, for me. A big part of why I actually continue to do makeup and unboxings and what have you, even though many people would have given up by now. No, I do this for fun, you know what I mean? And yes, I do, when I get paid, it helps. So, if I'm gonna do makeup and if I'm gonna play with makeup and bullshit anyways, might as well do it on here, right? So, a while back, Anne and Abadabs had a falling out. Now, I knew about the falling out way beforehand, only because of Abadabs, her live stream, or not her live streams, her videos she was uploading. She was talking about how there's this person that's in her life, like another creator, and she just kept going on and on about this person and how she's toxic and blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, surely this cannot be Anne, you know, that she's talking about. Because Anne is one of those, she's a woman's woman. Like, she's the type of chick that if she sees you're downtrodden, but I made up my mind, I ain't wasting no more time. So here we go again. Well, yeah, no, you have to sub to Just Ann. Like, if you're not sub to Just Ann, what are you doing here? I'm just kidding, Stacey. I love you. You're. I'm teasing. I'm being turd. But so I followed. The reason why I found out about Abadabs was because Just Ann was like, "Hey, check out my friend's channel." And so I'm the type of person, like, if I really like a creator and then they have a friend that has a channel, I'm all about it, right? I'm like, oh my god, I got a check it out, oh my god. That's just who I am, because I'm a dork. I'm a freaking dork. And that's what I do. So anyways, that's how I knew about Abadabs. So I find Abadab's channel, and I'm kind of like, you know, like, you know how some people, like, you just click with and you just vibe with and you're like, yeah, like, you just want to watch them? She definitely wasn't one of those people. No offense to her, because, like, some people have different tastes and personalities. Like, I'm definitely not most everyone's cup of tea, and that's fairly clear. Fine, you know. But I don't lose sleep over it. But her Abadabs was more like, if she had an unboxing that was like the same as Ann's, I wanted to see what she got, basically. So I went, hi, Roger. I basically would just kind of like go back and forth and like, oh, they got something different, you know, like that's basically, I mean, she wasn't my like personality type, like she just seemed kind of like her happiness was forced, which I'm sure I seem like that a lot. But I don't try to fake it. I don't try to fake it though. Like if I'm not feeling good, you all fucking know, okay? Okay, yeah. No, she's just honestly, she's a woman's woman. Like Just Ann, she's like honestly the epitome of what one day I want my channel to be like. Um, she kind of laid the groundwork for me when I decided, hey, I really want to do a channel. Like, I mean, I fucked around for like a year or two, like just uploading dumb stuff and not really caring. And we're not dumb stuff. My very first video was Baby Goal, and I wanted to show all my friends on here from Trisha's chat my child. You know what I mean? And, well, yeah, I thought they were friends at the time. But anyway, I digressed. So I would upload her and like, look, oh, she's so cute, you know. And that was that. Like, and then I think a year, like almost like 6 months to a year goes by, and I'm like, you know, maybe I will try this shit out. Maybe I will attempt to like have a channel, and get it monetized. I mean, like 4,000 hour watch time, or was it 400,000? I don't remember what it is. 4,000, sorry. 4,000 hour watch time is very intimidating, right? So I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna. If something happens of it, cool. If nothing comes of it, cool. Like it was really, it is what it is. I'm still kind of like that, as you can see. Like, look at me. Hi. But anyway, freaking Anne has always been a support to me. Okay. And so when she said, go check out this chick's channel, I was like all about it. Because like to me, if I have a friend that like like I said, has another friend and they support them, I tend to go over there and support them too. Unless they're just completely like, I can't watch this. Like, then I don't bother, you know? But I mean, she was tolerable. I mean, she didn't like, what do you call it? Like sting my palate. She just was like, you know? And so I followed her. So now they're having, well, this is way back. This is like going on, it's been a minute, okay? They had a falling out. Coming to find out, Abs had some friends that were talking shit on Anne, making up a bunch of lies and all this. And you think Just Anne, who could hate Just Anne? I mean, I get it. We all have our own tastes in like people. Or, you know, whatever. We all have our own, you know, some people don't do it for us, others do, whatever. And these aren't drama channels, guys. These are just makeup unboxing channels, okay? And she wouldn't, like, do anything about her friends, like, dragging Anne. Abs was just letting her friends drag her through filth. And I'm like, what? You know, and Anne's the type of person, she's very, she's not the type of person to say, like, you know, go, you know, I won't be your friend unless you know, you handle this, or like say something, you know. She's not like that. She's just very like, that is what it is. For me personally, if I had a friend on here that was friends with me off of YouTube and their friends were sitting there talking shit, I would remove myself from the situation. If they were talking shit, I would remove myself. I would no longer be that person's friend, because to me that shows where loyalty lies. You know what I mean? I'm very big on loyalty. For those of you guys that don't know, you should know by now. Okay. Loyalty is like one of the main things that I hold true to, like friendships, relationships, anything ships. Okay. If there's no loyalty, I'm just kind of like, you know. But again, I can't reiterate this. Now, I knew Just Anne like for a long ass time. Like I've known her for a very long ass time, and we talked off and on outside of YouTube. We're not like BFF or anything. We're not like, you know, like, hey, call me, you know. But she has been a pillar to the beauty community, the smaller beauty community. I mean, she's got 50,000 subscribers. And so, from my observation, when they started the Jersey Tea podcast, which I was kind of like, uh-oh, because usually when friends, well, unless they're like really good friends, when you start putting business into friendship, it's usually not a good thing. It never really ends well for some people, not everybody, but for some. And I was thinking, well, this might be interesting, but I don't know, you know. And it was fun for a while, but I started to notice, like, oh, Abs has been around longer than Just Anne. Just Anne has twice as many subs, twice as many views, like, because Just Anne is a very personable type of person. She's very, like, I don't have that quality, like, to be like, you know, like, just happy, go lucky. I just don't, I'm not built, I just don't. I can't. I don't know. You know me. I'm just, you know, I'm me. But Anne's very bubbly. Like, it's really her. Like, it's really her personality. You love that song? Here I go again on my own. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's more to come, by the way. Mandalorian. Don't get shit twisted. I'm talking about all kinds of shit on the stream. I am behind, LOL. I'm talking about Just Anne and her friend having this falling out. In my, as an outsider's perspective, yes, I might be a little bit, love wins, I love you, I'm so glad you're here. I'm talking about my perspective on it because from an outsider looking in, what it looked like to me. Do some investigating. Awesome. So the vibe that I got from Abadabs when they would go live together, she would always talk about how, like, Anne would always talk about how she found she decided to do YouTube because of Abadabs. And I could almost see the jealousy in Abby's eyes, like, I don't know how to explain it. She can't hide her feelings, dude. Like, she's one of those ones that, she's like me in a lot of ways where I'm not going to be able, I can't hide the way I feel. Like, my face will tell you everything. You know what I mean? Yeah, Anne's great. My face will tell you everything. It just does. It's my eyebrows. I don't fucking know. It gets a dead giveaway. And so I feel like that's how her face is. Like, she can't, like, pretend, like, haha, like, she's not good at faking the funk, you know what I mean? And so the vibe I was getting was like, oh, this is why they're doing the Jersey Tea podcast, is because she's upset that Anne has twice the subs, twice the watch time, but she was on YouTube first. This is just what I was getting from it. Did I put those feelings aside and be like, let's be fair and just see how it goes? Yes, absolutely. Because again, this was Anne's friend. I'm not going to be intermingling between two friends. To me, that's weird. But anyway, so long story short, Abadabs lets one of her friends completely drag Anne. Spread out all these fucking rumors. All these fucking, all this shit. And Anne stays quiet. And I'm like thinking, like, how come Anne doesn't say anything? How come? Like, it's just weird to me. Like, I mean, personally, when some shit goes on for me, like, I end up talking about it usually, which to my own, that's probably one of my, like, not so great characteristics that I can't just, well, that's not true. I'm really good at keeping my mouth shut. To a degree. But, like, if a friend was doing that to me, for a fact I'd be talking about it, okay? But not Anne, And then, all of a sudden, Anne starts getting some health scares, and I'm freaking worried about Anne, and she's not uploading, and I'm like, fuck, And I go over to Ab's channel, and someone, I guess, had asked her previously, like, how Anne is doing, and she's like, oh, she's fine. Like, it was very short and not, like, in-depth, like, what people wanted to hear. Like, most people are here because of Anne. Like, no offense, but, like, and this, the same thing could be said for me, you know what I mean, about other creators. But she just didn't seem to care. Loyal cruise ship, loyal cruise ships. Well, you know what I mean, like, to a degree, when it comes to, like, scuffles between, like, smaller YouTubers that I don't really know personally, like, we don't talk, like, you know what I mean, like, we don't really, I mean, we support one another, but those kinds of things, I'm just like, that's like back burner type shit. I'm not really too worried about it. But for someone that I've known for freaking ever, and her friends, like, straight up doing her like this, and then she starts having vlogs about how she's getting rid of her toxic friends, and there's so many toxic people on YouTube, and and it was obvious that she was talking about Anne. Like, she wouldn't say her name, but it was obvious. She was like, it was really sad to see. And so I was like, ew, she is talking about Anne. So I basically backed away. I was like, this is gross. I can't watch this no more because you're being vile to somebody who was so good to you. Because Anne doesn't have to shout you out or, mention you at all. Or start a podcast with you. She doesn't have to. She's your friend. So of course she's going to. She's your friend. And for you to do your friend like that, I'm just like, oh gosh, you were exactly who I thought you were when I first laid eyes on you and had this weird feeling. Like, I'm like, I don't really trust this person, but I'm gonna watch her because she's Anne's friend. And sure enough, she took like a hiatus or whatever, and she's like, I'm back. And, I remember like Anne saying something like, hey, if you don't like a person, don't come for them, just because you don't like them. Or, she was saying, like, don't do that. Like, it's stupid. And, just still, even after everything she's been through with this person, still trying to, like, help her out in some kind of way. Which I thought was very admirable. Because I wouldn't fucking do that. If someone was fucking being shady towards me, I wouldn't be like, hey, everyone, like, be nice to her. I just wouldn't say anything at all. I just would just leave it at that. Because that's what kind of person I am. Maybe I don't like Abs just because she's a lot like me in a lot of ways. I see myself in her maybe because we seem like kind of the same personality type. Like, I don't know. But I don't try to, like, make people think I'm happy or make people think I'm okay when I'm not. That's the difference. And I would never stab a friend in the back the way she did to Anne. And that's just my opinion. Okay? You don't have to like it. Take it or leave it. But going forward, it does seem like there's a lot of intermingling and a lot of people that are involved between their fighting. One of the ladies, I'm going to mention her name, Not So Evil Stepmom. she made like a vlog talking about Anne and Abadabs and like put it in her title. And I'm like to me, I hate doing that. I do not put I'm not a clout chaser. I'm not the type of person who I'm gonna put someone's name in my channel so I get more clicks. To me, I don't like people like that. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, unless again you're like reacting to something. I think that's a little bit different. But I'm just not gonna be that kind of person. A wee for Andrew. Aww. That is so cool that he's sleeping over. I'm so happy for you, Stace. That makes me happy. But so this lady, not so evil stepmom, starts talking about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna hear her out just to see what she has to say. And she seems like those type of people that mingle into friendships, like mingle in relationships. And I told Abs, I told Anne, it's like, why are you telling anyone anything? You know what I mean? Like, why are you in the middle of any of this? Like, first off, Antoine, good morning. Again, I got a bad vibe from her. So I was like, no, I'm not going to continue watching this. Like, I don't care if you're sticking up for Anne or not. I'm just like, you give me a bad vibe, and I'm going to walk away. Oh, and by the way, not to be mean, but I think I get why you guys get annoyed with my grays now. Just saying. So anyway, I digress. All in all, I'm team just Anne. You know, you guys can be both on both teams. I mean, and I hate to separate it like that. Like, it's a team, you know. But I'm just telling you, like, where my loyalty lies. And that's with Anne. So I really hope that Abudabs can just, like, stop talking about her and move forward. Seeing as she was the one who started this whole thing to begin with by putting it live and discussing Anne. I wish she would just move forward and continue doing what she was doing. You know what I mean? Like, before, like, all this. Like, it just stop. Like, you don't need to talk about it no more. Like, you genuinely don't. Like, you've done enough. You've done enough to your friends. Yeah, that's where I stand. With that whole situation. And I unsubbed from Abs because I'm like, I don't want to see anything that she has to upload. You know, I just don't. Really, I mean, because I only watched her because Anne was like, this is my friend, you know. So I was like, okay. So, and then on to other news. I've been watching. I hear you, Nikki. Yeah, it's weird. Like, YouTube can be like such a very like vindictive and like evil place. It just depends on who you surround yourself with, you know what I mean? And I try to use my best judgment and, like, you know, surround myself with like-minded people, you know, that don't want to tear others down and yada yada. And yeah, like-minded people. Granted, I'm only going to have, like, not very many people in my chat because, again, we're all really positive here. We try to, you know, lead by example, and people don't want to see that. And that's fine. To me, that's not why I'm here. But I've been watching, another one I've been watching is Molly Golightly. I don't know if you guys know who she is. I love Molly Golightly. I'm not gonna lie, I love Molly Golightly. And, like, when her and Robbie had that falling out, I was so sad about it, you know. And Molly covers more of, like, she does all kinds of stuff. She covers, like, cases and, like, things like that. Like, for example, that one with the remember how that girl that was missing up in, was it Utah or Colorado? I don't remember. But her boyfriend killed her, basically. And Molly was out there at his parents' house, like, You know where he is, because he went missing and he ended up just killing himself in the woods. Well, yeah, she was, and it turns out that they knew where he was. You know, she can call it like she sees it, and she has good intuition. So, um, at first I kind of like, that's kind of overstepping your boundaries, but at the same time, it ended up being true. So it's kind of like, you know, I got you. Like, I get it. Like, she really does try. In my opinion, you don't have to agree. She really does try to get to the bottom of shit. You know what I mean? And she's doing there's this one woman, she's married to this Marine, and he is completely, like, unconscious. Like, he's non-responsive. And, she just seems very nonchalant about it, and not like, I don't get like a grieving type of vibe from her. She's just more, it's weird. It's weird. And so there's more to the case. If you want to go watch her, just go check it out, because it's really intriguing to me. You don't know the newest stuff. Yeah. It's really interesting. So I'm like, I'm kind of on the fence. Like, I don't know. Like, the lady irks me. I think her name's Dre on her channel. And her husband's Vaughn. Something like that. But she just strikes me as somebody, like, she just, again, like, I get some kind of vibe from her. And I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. So that's really interesting. That's something I'm watching too. And I'm always keeping up with Save Robbie. And I'm always keeping up with people that I, like watching. Who else was I gonna? Oh, yeah. Okay. And then, excuse me, I was watching Moon Bear, Miss Moon Bear. I don't know if you know who she is, but she does like reactions to stuff. And I know Sarah always awesome. Yeah, when you're busy, it's hard to follow everybody. But this is just like kind of like recent, like I've been following up on shit recently, and like, what? The Just Anne thing I kind of was like holding on to for a minute to see like where things would go, and it's just like Abby's not going to drop it, and it sounds like she's going to try to use this for views, and it's really unfortunate, you know what I mean? But she was talking about, well, she talks about Love Notes for TLC, which we already, if you don't know who that is, it's like another crazy, like, I don't even know what to say about that one, because it's honestly frightening, in my opinion, that she is still wandering around with a baby in her after all the times she has said she's going to kill it. So to me, that's the system dropping the ball. I don't care. You need to lock that bitch up. It does not matter. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to watch. But there I was watching it. And then she had mentioned that Trisha did a stream about it. And I was like, oh shit. So I went over to Trisha's, because I haven't watched Trisha in, I don't know how long it's been. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a long time. I don't even know. So I go over there just to see like what she's saying, you know. And she seems like she's doing good. I mean, I ain't gonna lie about it. She seems like it's the best I've seen her in a long time. To be fair, you know, I mean that she looked good. What she had to say about it was like, you know, fair enough. And I was like, oh, cool. It looks like you're doing good. Yeah, like, I mean, it was okay. Like, she was more along the lines of, like, let's get her mental health help and stuff like that, which it's kind of hard to talk about that. I mean, I personally have problems, like, being able to say something like that to a person that's threatened to kill their unborn baby. Like, I'm not as nice. Let's just put it that way. I'm not as friendly, or as kind. You know, I'm not like, oh, let's hope. I'm like, fucking this bitch, you know? It's hard for me. That's why I don't talk about it, because I don't want to bring negativity to my channel. because I had nothing nice to say about that woman. Um, but she handled it pretty well. You know, she was just like, let's hope she gets help. Yada yada yada. I'm like, looks like you're doing good. You know. Um, yeah, that crazy lady. She does trigger me very badly, and that's why I'm like, why am I watching this? But I sometimes you just can't step away. Like I say this, I understand why people would like hate watch Trisha, because now I kind of sometimes I am interested to see what TLC is saying, because one, I'm concerned for her unborn baby. Okay. Two, I mean, shit that just comes out of her mouth is unbelievable. And so you're just like, what? You know, it's like a dumpster fire. And I never really enjoyed dumpster fires until her. And even then I still don't really enjoy it, because it kind of gives me a bad taste in my mouth. Like I feel kind of like, fuck, like, oh God, you know, kind of depressed a little bit. Kind of sad for the kid, you know, not so much for her, at all actually, but I worry for the unborn baby. Oh yeah, Dre is her wife. He chose her, so yeah. Um, I don't. To me, I just get a bad vibe from her though. Like it's just, I'm going off of my personal view, like on a person. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm going off of like a vibe that I'm getting. You know. I don't know what the truth of the situation is. I don't know like how he got in a coma. I don't know how. I don't know none of it. You know what I mean? But I'm just going off of kind of like what I see, and I'm like, I don't like what I see. But other person, because you guys said let's talk about people from the community, and that's what I'm doing. She did go to jail, and they let her loose vegan. So that's all I can say about it. I'm surprised that she was allowed to leave. Like, to me, like, no, no, no. You need a 5150 her. Like, she's threatening to kill her kids and shit. I mean, her unborn baby and herself. And she does it all the time. Like, it's not just, like, once in a while. Even if it was just once in a while. Like, she does it, like, in every stream. But she does. Yeah, they let loose a cannon, right? Love wins. It's true. How can they do that? Like, how is that even, like, legal? All these motherfuckers caring about unborn babies and shit, then why don't you give a fuck about that one? You know what I mean? Doesn't make sense. Yes, exactly, vegan. And so it scares me, to be quite honest. So yes, I do watch that. And Miss Moonbear is the only way I really watch that, because I don't have time to watch like everybody and like be like, what's going on? You know, I just pretty much tune in when she's discussing her, and then bowing out. But before I left and I came back, and then she was talking about Negs and some chick. Like, remember Negs? He was like around the drama community for like a really long time, and I don't get the obsession with him. Like, I don't understand. Please, like, help me understand women that used to follow him and be in his chat. Why? Vegan, that wouldn't surprise me not one bit. They really wouldn't. And that's what's fucking sad. And that's where the system's completely fucked off. Yeah, you don't watch the ones where there are trigger warnings attached. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna start doing that too, because I don't think it's good for my mental health. I'm just being real. Like, I could sit here and pretend like I'm cool and I can watch whatever I want without it affecting me, but that's not true. I had to step away from, you know, someone I thought was a really good friend, um, because of that. You know, being with her was hurting my mental health. So I try not to like watch too much of that shit. Like I'll just once I get enough and then I just go. You know what I mean? Like I think like I just make sure she's alive and you know yeah, you know what I mean? Like basically. Yeah. You hate watch the fuck out of her. I don't She was the only one that made me understand hate watching. You know what I mean? In my entire YouTube existence. I never, if I hate somebody, like I don't go watch, like I don't go watch her channel. I don't go on her channel and go watch. You know, I find out through a secondary channel because to me, I don't want to give that person a single minute of watch time. Um, it'll only fuel the fire. Yeah, inner rage that makes you shake. Exactly. So I go to a secondary and then I watch what, I find out what I need to find out and I move forward. I don't, you know, I mean, of course, if I was covering this person, yeah, I would want to know what the fuck she's doing and where, obviously. But I basically just watch it to make sure that kid's okay. That's pretty much the only reason for the most part. And then also to be like, you're not making fucking sense, you psychopath. So I mean, I don't tend to do hate watching. I mean, the closest thing to hate watching I think would be like the Real Housewives because I don't like them. I don't like the Real Housewives, but I watch them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that, I guess. So I kind of finally understand what hate watching means. I get it now. Before I never really understood it whatsoever. Like I was like, how come and why? Yeah, I agree. I think Dre is crazy bitch too, but ultimately a person's spouse is their law. That's true. And I don't think by law that could ever change. I don't think. I don't know though how the system works and stuff. Pancake sauce. Oh my gosh. That sounds so good. You like the Mob Boys more than the Real Housewives? Yeah, me too, but it's over, and so like I need my fix. And like for example, like while the kids were sleeping this morning, I was like, I'm gonna go watch Real Housewives of Potomac, and I turned it on, and then Molly was live, Robbie was live, and I'm like, you know what? I have time to watch them, so I paused my Real Housewives and I watched them, as opposed to like the Real Housewives of Potomac. But then my kids woke up and I had to like not have fun anymore. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. I love my kids. And yeah, I missed that show. It was a good show. But like the Mob Wives, I actually liked a lot of them. That's the difference between the Housewives and the Mob. Like for the Housewives, I don't really like them at all, and I'm like, maybe there's like one or two out of like the 8 of them that I might be like, all right, you're kind of cool, but it's more so like watching to see what stupid shit they'll do, so that I kind of get like where people hate watch, like because that's pretty much the same thing, right? Waiting for the dumpster fire, right? But when it's on YouTube and it's like these people's real lives and stuff, I find it a little bit harder to get invested in that kind of stuff. So I digress. I go back to Moon Bear discussing negs. And there's this chick, is her name Vicky? Vicky. And I guess she was like talking shit to Nags, like, because he was using her channel and like he's like talking shit on her. And she's like, well, you're in this, that, and the other. And that's what I left because I was like, you know. I never really understood the whole Nags thing. Like, he gets a lot of poontang. Like, this guy, I mean, he's got YouTube poontang coming from every angle. You know what I mean? Like, for some odd fucking reason. I think I supported him once a long, long time ago. And that was only because I didn't want him to turn on Trisha. I was trying to be like an incel and be like, don't fuck with her, you know, in a way. Who nags? Probably because there's not enough live streams to watch. Oh. So people just start watching him. I know nothing about the nags thing. Yeah, well, I'm not going to go into detail, like, of what Moon said. because I don't think that that's my place to say. If you want to rewatch her video and it's still in there, then by all means rewatch it. But he's just a creepy, like, he gives me that creepy, like, I mean, he's never done anything mean to me. He's always been very respectful to me. You know what I mean? And he gives me that, like, I don't want to use the word predator because I don't think that's the right word. Is it suave? Like, he's very, like, it seems like he tries to, like, get all these women to liking him or something. Like, what is that called? Like, I can't think of the word. But anyway, men like that have completely turned me off my entire fucking life. So I never understood why so many women were like, ha, 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 you know, about him. Because I'm just like, oh, you know, like, I didn't get it. I just did not get it. And that's okay. Like, I don't have to get it, and that's fine. Yeah, I don't understand that. You already don't like him? Yeah, no, he's not. I mean, well, vegan, we all come from the same community in a weird roundabout kind of way. Yeah, they won't let you out. They're like, you watch Boyd, you must stay in Boyd. It's like, fuck. But I mean, I haven't watched him in years, and then, like, I heard he got canceled, and I was like, okay, like, that's probably a good thing. But I guess he's streaming on Twitch now and all that shit, and, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure he still has his, like, fans, like his groupies or whatever. To me, any man that has a bunch of pussy around him, that's a red flag, okay? Period. Okay. I'm the type of person, me and my husband, I don't have any guy friends, and he doesn't have any girlfriends, okay? We, like, we have each other's passwords to everything. I'm not gonna go date some kind of, like, high school mentality, you know, kind of, like, walking hard on. To me, that is the most unattractive shit. Like, it's always been that way my whole life. I've just been very turned off by men like that. That's why I like my husband. He's dorky. He's total dork. He's like me. We didn't come from here. We were put here. I like that, vegan. I prefer that. Thank you. We didn't come from here. We were put here. Thank you. Correct. Manipulative. Yes, Slim. Like, he seems very, like, sneaky. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like the nice guys, too. I do, too. I always have. I mean, he's more punk rock than a goth. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, quiet and sweet. Yeah. I don't like that. To me, that's not, like... That's gross. Like, it just doesn't turn me on. I don't know. Yours is a rocker. Aw, how cute. But you know what I mean, though? Like, I just don't like that kind of vibe. Like, sneaky. Yes, I do. You like him fat and rude. You can shut the fuck up, dude. Like, shut the fuck... You don't even... Oh my god. I prefer bigger guys, too. He was a little thinner than I would... When I first met him, he was a little thinner than I would have liked. Not gonna lie. But marriage has helped with that department. You know, I do like a man a little bit thicker. You know, because I'm thick, you know what I mean? I don't want, like, some scrawny little... How am I gonna... You know what I mean? What am I gonna do with that? Like, am I supposed to, like... You know? I don't get it. But anyway... Molly, Robbie, Moon, Anne, Abby. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I mean, who have you been watching? What, you know, what streams are you into? Big cushiony. Yes. Like, I don't like fat, but I like, you know, there needs to be some kind of meat. Like, I need to have you know, I don't know. It's just, to me, that's hot. Like, it's hotter than, like, some guy with a fucking six pack. Like, to me, that's gross. Like, how, women watch, like, those, like, hey, and they're, like, all with their six pack and, like, sweaty and, like, moving their dick around. I'm just like, the only time I found that hot was my very first experience ever finding that hot was Magic Mike. Okay? And that was the only time, because it's Channing Tatum. Like, let's be real. Okay. But my husband's way hotter than Channing Tatum, and I love my husband, so don't get shit twisted, okay? But I've always thought that the whole male stripper thing was kind of gross. Like, you know what I mean? Like, borderline gay, which there's nothing wrong with gays. I love gays. Give me the gays. Give me the gays. But I'm not turned on by gays. Like, does that make sense? Like, I'm not one of those fag hags that are like, please pay attention to me because guys don't look at me. You know? I've never been like that. I have always had gay friends, and I've always, been a very good, what do you call it? What's that word when you're like you're with your friend and you're helping them get hooked up or something, like co-pilot. Yeah. I've never, you know what I mean? Like, I don't find like a skinny little dude gyrating like sexy. Like, to me that's like, oh my god. Like, no. Or like any dude for that matter, unless you're Channing Tatum. Then that's okay. Then you're allowed. Other than that, no. I just don't find it hot. And that's kind of the vibe that I get from Negs, is he's kind of that little, I don't know. He just seems like a hustler. Like he's a sneaky snake. How in the fuck? See, Slim, I don't believe that. Nader is gay. Nader's gay. Okay? It's obvious he's gay. They have probably an understanding. They're probably trying to get pregnant. This is just my guess. They're probably trying to get pregnant, and like he's like, this is gonna be the best way, and she's too fat to get pregnant. You know what I mean? Yeah, so now we're talking about something you know about. Okay. Yeah, I don't really watch Foodie Beauty, you guys. Like, I don't. Again, like sometimes when I'm watching Moon, like she talks about Shannon. She talks about her too. Yeah, no, she talks about her too. She's the only one I get all this from. I'm just being honest with you. I try to click, like when it comes to like Shani and Rev, like you guys know the whole experience that I had with them. And so I was like, oh god, like, sometimes I'll watch it, sometimes I won't, but sometimes I find it far too gross to watch. And that's how I feel about Foodie Beauty. Like, I'm not trying to say like fat women aren't pretty. I mean, I'm fat, you know what I mean? But she's like a whole other level. Like, she's morbidly obese. Like, she's big, and in my opinion, he's gay. And they have a agreement where they're going to get pregnant and raise this kid together. I don't think he has romantical feelings for her. I don't think it's anything like that. Everyone thought, well, a lot of dorks and nerds are, like, a lot of people think they're gay, which is unfair. I can tell the difference between a nerd and a gay. And my gaydar is, like, on point, you guys. Like, honestly. Oh, that's a good point, too. Like, if a man spends a lot of time around women, they will take on the traits of a female, and it does come off gay. Yeah, that's true, too. I could see that, but I'm talking about like nerds, like nerdy, geeky type nerds. Like, a lot of times, like, people think that they're gay, and it's like, no, they're just really dorky. Like, they know a lot about nothing. It doesn't mean that they're gay, though. Hi, Peekaboo. You're cracking up right now? Good. I'm glad I can make you laugh. No, but, like, I can't watch Foodie Beauty. It's like one of those things, like, I can't watch my 600-pound sisters or whatever. Like, I can't do it. I remember I watched like one season of their 600-pound sisters or something, and I was just like, like I don't understand why they're so popular. And I could, I'm not fat shaming again. I'm chubby. I'm not, I ain't so skinny mini. But I could, my kind of working theory right now is that most of America is really more like morbidly obese. And so they're like, look, there's someone like me on the TV. That would be my working theory. Aside from that, or to make fun of, which I think making fun of such a like making fun of like a disabled person or someone that's like 1,000 pounds, I like it's kind of like really, So I mean, even though I kind of just did in a weird way, but because it's so easy to do, right? It's so easy to do. Um, he's like a bodybuilder juice head. He talked and acted so gay. How funny. He probably was vegan or bi, and just that he was straight. It's like being home here. Aww. I love me some 600-pound sister. Why? Well, I mean, I guess if you don't want to eat, like if I'm say like I'm starting to get hunger pains and I'm like, bitch, you already ate your food. I could turn on some 600-pound sisters and have that great motivation to not eat food. You know what I mean? Like that would help. Am I being mean? Yes. Fuck. See, I can't help it. So I don't talk about it. I only tuned in. That's me. Same here. Same here. Peekaboo. I found out about them through Trisha. Was it Trisha? Yeah. That's how I found out about them. And I was like, what is she talking about? And then I would go and be like, oh my God, these people are like really, like, well, not famous, but, like, oh my gosh, like who watches this shit? It's so weird. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, you binge eat while watching it? That's disgusting, vegan. How could... Are you kidding right now? Please tell me you're joking. You're just joking. You're just joking. That's disgusting. Vegan, stop. Like, I'm gonna gag. It's not because I've eaten too much nicotine gum. Yeah, I don't watch them. Again, like I go through like a secondary channel to watch anything having to do about them. Breaking Bonaducci. Triggering and bad behavior. That was the one with the stripper, or the model, the next top model. She was very skinny and he was very young and he's very old. Yeah, I remember that. They're divorced now. Or that's not Breaking Bonaducci. That's when they were married. I never watched Breaking Bonaducci. I watched when they were like when he married the America's Next Top Model. That's when I started watching him. If that's the correct actor, I believe he was in The Partridge Family or something like that. Oh, Brady Bunch guy. Oh, the redhead from no, the redhead from Partridge Family. I used to watch that a long time. That was like the beginning of like reality TV starting to laying down for a nap after packing. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Robbie, and that's awesome that you're moving, and I'm so stoked for you, and have a good nap. I love you. Thank you. Christopher Knight. Hi, Fred Franklin. Yeah, Breaking Bonaducci, the redhead. I remember him. Yeah, I remember. Again, I don't recall too much, but I remember he was really angry a lot. Yes, we turned into the Partridge Family. That was fun. Thank you. I was just talking about you. I was like, I was watching you, and then I was just talking about everybody I've been watching lately. He's the Rage King. Yeah. Oh my God. I can probably go watch that on Tubi right now if I wanted to. I love me some Save Robbie. I really do. Just saying. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to cover. I mean, good. Yeah, no, good stuff, of course. That was all I pretty much wanted to talk about. Oh my God. On one of the episodes, he got drunk, slathered his dog with grease, and took the kids cougar hunting. Shut the front door. I'm gonna go see if I have it on. No, because I want to watch The Real Housewives of Potomac. I think we covered a lot of drama. Well, it's not drama. Okay, I asked what people wanted to talk about, and they said talk about the community, so I am. There's really, I mean, if you're watching, I'm watching, you know, like, let's be real. Again, I don't know everything about everything. I don't know, fucking, you know, I only know what I get to see, and that's not always the whole story. That's not always, you know, the entirety of the situation. There's always two sides to every story. Sometimes three when there's little weird minglers that like to break up friendships and be weird and talk on YouTube and act like you care. Do it. Do it, vegan. Like, that's what I used to do. But you know what though? It's not fun. Like, I mean, granted, you'll get a lot more watch time. But once you get monetized vegan, by the way, everybody, sub up to vegan. Once you get monetized though, like that kind of drama or whatever, it gets you less money. Like the stuff that gets you money is like for me, the makeup, you know, things like that. I'm never going monetized. Why? Because your content, you want it to be free, like, which is good. I mean, that's good. You can have more freedom with your art and stuff. That makes sense. Okay. Well then, do you, boo. Do you. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I usually don't talk about, like, what I've been watching or, like, who I've been seeing and, like, what I think about it. Because I just don't. Like, I don't. It doesn't really, I think foodie would be interesting to talk about, maybe. Because it's just such an awkward and weird situation, in my opinion. I don't even know who Sassy Gran is, but that's sad that they passed away. Like, I mean, who's that? Like, where is Sassy Gran from? There's the question. Because I don't know. I suck, you. I'm not very good at, like... Who's Sassy Gran? How come I don't know who Sassy Gran is, guys? What the... Help me out. Who is it? From what community are they from? Are they their own thing? Or... We can keep talking. I'm going to contour and do my lashes, and that's about it. I have to watch that kid kiss. He has no... Well... I'll try, vegan. I'll try. Because you like him, I'll try. You know what I mean? But if I can't get into it though, like I can't, you know? Like I have to, there has to be a reason like why I watch. Like I wouldn't be a good drama commentary type person because I know nothing about it and I just kind of like catch what I can. I would suck. You know, I would really suck. I saw you posted on your community page. I didn't click on it. I just was like, oh. And that was like, I just was like, I don't know. I would love whose channel? Living in Southern California with a gorgeous grandson. Aww. That's sad. She has a link in her community post. So that's all. How? See, I like channels like that. That's cute. That sounds like more my speed. Truly, like, because So I've learned the hard way, like, if you want to talk drama, like, get prepared to, well, like, probably what I said about next. I hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. But I'm just being honest. It doesn't mean, oh, there it is. Okay. Um, I mean, let's just say all of my opinions are, the G-rated version of my opinions. And plus, they don't really matter because I'm not like a big time watcher of this kind of stuff. Does that make sense? But lately, I'm just telling you who I've been watching. And that's just Anne, Abadabs, Molly Golightly, Save Robbie, Moon. Oh, and I watched Trisha for the first time in, it feels like a year. I don't know how long it's been. Yeah, it's hard to watch it all. But even then, though, like, I have to want to watch it. Oh, Al, yeah, she's a good one. What's her name? I watch her too sometimes. Original Owl. But like, I typically don't like watch anything unless like it sparks my attention, like say Shani or TLC. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'm just kind of like, like with Foodie Beauty. But I might start I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I don't know how didn't she lose her channel, and then why did it come back? Like, I'm confused. Like, I thought she did something like sexual or something. Didn't she show her vagina and then like you're her Facebook member? Wait, for Foodie or Owl? I was like, a Foodie? If it's Foodie, I'm gonna be like, what? Say what? Sorry if I'm talking shit on the person you like. My intent is not that. My intent's not to talk shit on Foodie Beauty. It's just, I can't watch Chelsea. Yeah. I'm actually starting to get to that point too. Especially knowing that she was detained and like nothing happened. Nothing came of it. Like, the police have all the footage of her threatening that child. And it feels like it's a losing battle. Yeah, she did get arrested, like I said. And she might get arrested again for violating her probation. And then I don't think she'll be able to have a bail once you do that. So that'll be good. Because I'm just worried about that baby, dude. Like, I'm just being real with you guys. Like, I don't want anything to happen to that poor baby. Like, I get too caught up, I get too caught up, and that's when I'm like, okay, it's time to step away, and then I'll be gone like for like a month, or maybe it feels like a month. TLC. Shani? Oh yeah, don't get me started on that bitch. Honestly, that's the one that I can honestly call a bitch and not feel bad for it. The way she did me, I'm sorry, no, I have no respect for that one. Never mind the disgusting conditions her kids live in. And actually, she was sitting there talking about her kids getting taken away. Gary Unfiltered. I don't know who that is. She's sitting there talking about her kids getting taken away and how it was like a vacation for them. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you kidding right now? Please say you are. Wow, dude. I think they're doing more than just weed. That's my speculation. Because weed doesn't make you fucking... Come on. No. They're doing meth. They're doing something. They're doing something. Because weed doesn't make you act like that. He has parodies. Oh, is he the gay guy that does parodies of, like, frick. The Kardashians? Or maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to check him out. Yeah, true. I should not talk about her either, because then I'm tempted to, like, go off on a rant on what a piece of shit she is. Well, the thing I don't get, though, is, like, how come all these women keep falling for him, though? Like, no offense, though, if you go in the lion's den, you know what I mean? Like, what, I mean, he can't be that good of a Casanova. Like, let's be real. He really can't be. I, you guys, come on. Really? I don't get it. I do not understand. I don't understand. I can kind of contour my nose now that I got my nose fixed and I can breathe through both nose holes. I don't get it. I honestly don't understand. Because when I used to watch him, he always had like a bunch of women in his chat, you know? And they were all really nice to me, actually. And I was like, oh, this is nice for once, you know? um, it was, you know, I was like, this is great. But and that was many years ago. This is so long ago. Like, I can't even put a date on it if I wanted to. Many moons ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I never understood the infatuation that a lot of the women had for him. I didn't. I It's like they were all fighting over like, I'll be your Friday chicken, I'll be your Saturday chicken, I'll be your Sunday chick, and I'm like, he must be very convincing. He must be a very convincing individual. You know what I mean? I mean, you've never seen a single father before? I have. They look. I'm not gonna say anything inappropriate to offend my husband, but trust me, they were better off than his ass. You don't. You know what I mean? Like single fathers are like the thing now. I see more single fathers than I do single mothers these days, and that's fucking sad. It's so sad if you think about that for a minute. You wouldn't have been in that roundup. Yeah, no, I was just like, because he would talk about Katie, and that was back when I didn't like Katie, because she was being mean to my friend. And so I was like, I don't like her. So I was kind of like, yeah, let's talk shit, you know? Sort of, but not really. Like, I didn't get, like, heavy into it. I really didn't. But I just was, like, baffled by the amount of vagina in that stream. I was like, I was confused. I'm like, wait, what? Are there any guys in here? But apparently, I mean, like, I was just like, really? It was weird. That's all. Off-putting and weird, but at least they were nice, you know? But I love me some Katie, and I miss her, and I wish she would get her channel back, and I'm bummed out that she didn't, and it makes me sad. Like, how come Foodie gets her channel back? She's showing her vagina, but Katie can't because what? You know, like, whatever. Like, that's not fair. I don't know. That's just me, though. You guys probably don't like her either, and that's what you don't have to. We don't all have to like the same people. I can reiterate that till I'm blue in the fucking face. We don't. We don't. Okay? It's okay. Right? Me too. Especially when she started to settle down and was like cooking a lot. She makes me want to cook cheesecake. Yeah, no, me too. I'm the same way. I can be the same way. I mean, unless like there's something like serious, like someone seriously fucking with your life, you know? Like I'm talking like you've had police called, you've had um you know, whatever it may be. I mean, if someone is like legit going real life, like on somebody who I consider a friend, I will not will not support that bullshit no matter what. The end of like so there's that. Lip gloss. I need to come up with something to do with the kids that's I have to put the chicken in the oven. Oh, it's hot. I hate I'll pan fry it. I need to come up with something to do with the kids that's not like hot. Because outside is fucking hot. And I don't want to. I'm not going outside, dude. I melt. I fucking melt. So I gotta come up with that. Gotta make dinner. I was thinking going to the library because we have some books we have to return. And that would be nice and cool in there, hopefully. I don't know. What do you do in the dog days of summer? You know? What do you do with kids in the dog days of summer? But no, my intent isn't to throw shade to anybody. It's just my observations and my opinions based on my observations. Okay? That's it. Okay, I'm not trying to... I really am genuinely not trying to trash anyone. Even though sometimes it may come off like that's what I'm doing. Especially with the foodie beauty comments. But, you know, this is why I don't talk about this stuff. Because it's hard for me to be, like, nice about her when I don't like her. She just seems so, I don't know. And I'm not even basing it off of her weight. Like, she's fucking weird. Like, I feel like she's on some shit too. You know what I mean? I don't know. She doesn't seem, like, sober or, like... Does she have mental health issues, maybe? Because, I mean, I know I have a shit ton of those, and... So she does... Does she have, like, mental health issues or something? Because I don't know. Again, like, I don't watch her. She's getting therapy and evaluation. That's good. That's good. That's... Yeah, because I just can say that it's very obvious that she needs that, and that's what she said. You really keep up on foodie. Huh. Maybe I'll start talking about foodie beauty. I don't know, though. I'm just not good at it, and I don't have time to watch what she's doing. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't have... Where am I going to pull this time to watch what the fuck she's doing? You know, how? Out of my ass? Surely that's not going to work out well. But yeah, anyway. I'm probably going to go because the kids should be up in like an hour. Well, no, like 40 minutes. Yeah, the whole thing that's going on is intriguing. I don't know. I mean, if I had to choose between Foodie and Channy, obviously I would choose Foodie. Because she hasn't attacked me personally. And been a fucking see you next Tuesday to me. So, there's that. It's like, what poison do you want to drink? Fuck that. I don't drink the Kool-Aid. I don't drink Shanny Rev Kool-Aid. I do not. I advise against it. But foodie, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you for that, hardcore. Because, like, that shows your loyalty, and I like that. Like, you and I talk outside of YouTube. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Of course I remember. You helped me through that. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to go. I've been on here for an hour and 16 minutes talking about everyone else. Hopefully, please, like, again, I can't reiterate enough. I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just saying, from my perspective. Okay, my perspective isn't Bible or written in stone. My perspective can change. You know, I mean, don't come for me. All right. Anyway, I love you. Stay positive, even though it's really hard sometimes. And oh, good. I haven't talked bad. Okay. Good. Love you. Thank you for being here.